Hello, Nigeria. Happy to see you this Sunday on Newsline. I am Becky Madujemu. If you are a regular viewer of this fantastic program, then you know we'll always end with a prayer, God bless Nigeria. Thankfully, God has indeed blessed Nigeria by taking us to the next level, a level of consolidation, growth, and development. Nigerians are happy over a successful presidential election. The peaceful aftermath proves that we as a people can never be divided. United, we stand. We will bring you reactions from across the country as Nigerians express their feelings without reservations following the re-election of Mr. President. The electorate, in their euphoria over the victory, revealed their expectations. I know you can't wait to see the string of reports that trail the outcome of the election, but patience is the word as we take you to Abuja for the news. Fatima Umar Buba, happy Sunday, and over to you.
Happy Sunday to you too, Becky. Always good to see you, and you're welcome to the news. President Muhammadu Buhari has reassured Nigerians that the APC-led administration will continue to work with people of proven integrity in its quest of taking the country to the promised land. This was at a dinner organized by the 2019 Women and Youth Presidential Campaign team, chaired by the wife of the president, in appreciation of their role in the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari. State House correspondent Aliu Kabir reports.
This is the gathering of the representatives of the Nigerian women and youth from all parts of the country who worked very hard for the victory of President Muhammadu Buhari and the All Progressives Congress in the just concluded February general elections. In an appreciation to the role they played towards his re-election, the president promised Nigerians that he'll continue to build on the existing legacies in shaping the economic and political landscape of this country to a desired direction, adding that he will not disappoint them.
Please, I assure you that I will not disappoint you. Our objectives are the same. We are to build this country so that your generation, the younger ones now, and the future generations will have a country that they can be proud of.
While promising to continue to follow due process in government business for transparency and accountability, the president maintained that his administration will not deviate from its priority of building all sectors of the economy, especially power, agriculture, health, women and youth development, and security.
We thank God we have got the opportunity to serve again for additional 4 years. And Nigerians will know the difference. The three fundamental issues I campaigned on, all the APC campaigned on security, economy, and fighting corruption. We have made some progress, but I will still update you. Those from the Northeast know that we made substantial progress in our first promise of security.
The wife of the president, who was overwhelmed with the support of Nigerians for this victory, commended their doggedness toward the success of the APC government. She expressed optimism that the new APC government will be all-inclusive, especially for women, youth, and other vulnerable groups.
This special moment is not only for us, but for all Nigerians. This is clear indication that Nigerians came out en masse to confirm their choice of leader. That is a leader that believes in building the bridge between the poor and the rich. so, it reaffirmed their choice for honesty, integrity, as well as their belief in the change mantra of this administration. It is all believed that the next level of change will impact positively on the lives of Nigerians.
I'd like to encourage us all to fasten our seatbelts because we are assured by the special grace of God that we are going to the next level.
The chairman Central Working Committee of the Women and Youth Presidential Campaign Team and the former Lagos State Military Administrator Muhammad Marwa and other speakers applauded the unwavering support of all and sundry for this victory, urging all Nigerians to remain key stakeholders in moving the country forward. The State House, Aliu Kabir, NTA.
In the meantime, President Muhammadu Buhari this Sunday granted audience to the governor of Ogun State, Ibukule Amosun. Details of their discussions held behind closed doors were not made public, and State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports that the meeting came barely 2 days after the governor's suspension by the National Working Committee of the APC for alleged anti-party activities.
I'm happy to see him as always. Well, we are all happy. We are in this happy mood because he has just won another term of 4 years where he will continue to serve the good people of Nigeria. So that's why I'm here. What you are asking for on the suspension, my comment will be no comment, because I've learned that when you want to achieve a purpose, it must be eyes on the ball, no distraction. There will be plenty time to talk. There will be plenty time for talking. Now is the time to continue with what we are doing, campaigning. We will talk after the election. So let me use this opportunity to thank all Nigerians and to thank our people in Ogun State. And I want to thank in particular those from Ogun Central Senatorial District who voted me to serve them again in the Senate. I really cannot thank you enough. But I pray that come next Saturday, all of you will come out and vote.
And the All Progressives Congress in Nasarawa State convened a high-profile stakeholders meeting to review strategies ahead of the governorship and state assembly elections following successful and peaceful outing of presidential and national assembly polls in the state. Joshua Ojito reports that the party is confident of strengthening its door-to-door interaction with the electorate to win votes.
Of Governor Umaru Tanko Al-Makura has in attendance Senator Abdullahi Adamu, other members of the National Assembly, as well as governorship candidate Abdullahi Sule, among others, across the 3 senatorial zones. It is to congratulate the people of Nasarawa State for the re-election of President Buhari, while identifying all loopholes in order to address them ahead of governorship and State House of Assembly election. Consequently, a review of word-to-word performance of the polls and practical plans in accordance with the laws worked out for next week's election.
My target in this election is not repeating the feat, but doing something much more, doubling or tripling what we did in the last election. And I can assure you, we have all that it takes to ensure that we sweep the polls by electing a governor of our own, and in fact, all the 24 members of the State House of Assembly.
Governor Al-Makura advises stakeholders to work hard for another round of victory by sustaining campaign across all wards in the state. In Lafia, Joshua Ojito, NTA News.
And as part of efforts towards making Nigeria innovation-driven, the Ministry of Science and Technology is engaging the Organization for Women in Science for the Developing World to come up with a template that will encourage female students to go into science. Don India reports that the Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Bonaya Onu, signed the Memorandum of Understanding with a 1 million naira take-off grant.
It is a known fact that unlike our male counterparts, less attention is often given to girl child education, especially in some African nations. With the rapid development and technological advancement amongst developed countries, as well as the need for most African countries to be self-reliant, efforts are being championed towards the mental development of the girl child. One of such is the initiation of a project for the popularization and encouragement of science and technology amongst female students.
For Nigeria to realize that bright future, we need to make sure that we embrace science, technology, and innovation. This will help us create the future that all of us aspire to.
The project, which is taking off from the northeast and the southeast zones, will come up with a template for easy identification of the areas of strength of the female student for proper counseling and guidance.
We are going to utilize our knowledge and expertise because the girl child science future is the future of Nigerian technology advancement.
The project will help Nigeria ranks amongst the developed nations of the world in terms of science and technological development. In Abuja, Dia, NT News.
And in the latest development of the northern chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria has formally congratulated President Muhammadu Buhari on his victory at the polls. In a late letter signed by the chairman, Reverend Yakubu Pam, the association said the president's re-election is a testament of his uprightness and transparency in governance. It urged President Buhari to redouble efforts at fighting corruption and insurgency, and expressed optimism for a prosperous nation in the next 4 years of President Buhari's leadership. And a culture and tradition are what define a people, and failure to observe them raises concern of cultural extinction. That is why the paramount ruler of Okore Eleme community is being held in high esteem by his people for reviving some of Eleme's eroded culture and traditions, the latest being the Yam Title Festival. Chimduma Ndubisi tells us more.
For the first time in 44 years, the people of Eleme Kingdom in Rivers State are witnessing an age-long tradition that is forgotten, the Yam Title Festival, known as Okonesa. It is a custom initiated by their forefathers to make people embrace farming and in return be celebrated for being industrious and successful. The Egberamero Okoriwan of Eleme Kingdom, His Royal Highness Apollos Chu, is reviving this almost extinct tradition by farming, harvesting, and stacking tubers of yam in his barn. He is also marking the ceremony that goes with such feat, the Achuetesa. This, he believes, will encourage people, especially the younger ones, to expend their energy in farming rather than engage in antisocial activities.
Our youth are really discharging their energy in a wrong manner. We're going to engage in the courtesan and fighting themselves. So I look at that, oh, that means that I have to review what our forefathers have done. That this is a very wonderful one for them. Because by the time they engage you in farming, you do all the farming exercise for that day. By the time you walk back again, you are tired and exhausted. Then you will not look at how to take care about and sleep. I don't have time to go and key.
A move that is quite catching on.
My sheep are so example of agriculture and other things. As me as a young youth, I would like to do this more.
Others are already motivated to toe the line of the royal father.
People like us, we are challenged, and before the end of time, we will do it to the last level.
It's beautiful. This just shows the world the rich culture of the Eleme people. That from time immemorial, our people were great farmers.
This kind of celebrations bring goodness.
The ones that picked these staffs during the traditional ruler's ceremony are to within 12 months observe the Yam Title Festival. This, many say, will ensure the continuity of the revived tradition to the next generation. Chimdima Ndubisi, NTA News.
And now to sports. Nigeria's Kamaru Usman wins UFC